Queen Elizabeth never went to school. Princess Margaret left, and Princess Elizabeth in 1936. However, that doesn't mean she's uneducated. Elizabeth was taught by private tutors at home. The same went for her younger sister, Princess Margaret. She and her sister once partied incognito in the streets of London. Princess Elizabeth and Princess Margaret in 1945. Elizabeth and Margaret got their parents' permission to join the massive crowds celebrating the end of World War II on May 8, 1945. The Queen has recalled the evening as one of the most memorable in her life. I remember lines of unknown people linking arms and walking down Whitehall. All of us just swept along on a tide of happiness and relief, she said in 1985, according to a post by the royal family on Instagram. Elizabeth and Margaret's escapade has even been dramatized in a film called A Royal Night Out. Her tiara snapped on her wedding day. Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip are seen leaving Westminster Abbey, London, on Nov. 20, 1947, following their wedding service. The court jeweler had to be summoned immediately to repair the diamond tiara, but it was successfully patched up in time for the ceremony, according to Town and Country. She celebrated her birthday twice a year. The Queen appears at Buckingham Palace for her birthday celebration in June 2011. Getty Images. The Queen's real birthday is April 21st, but the country doesn't officially celebrate until June 11. Monarchs with birthdays in colder months typically schedule an additional, official birthday when the weather is likely to be better for a parade. Elizabeth had one every June called Trooping the Colour. She reigned for so long that 4 out of 5 UK residents weren't alive when she ascended the throne. Queen Elizabeth on her coronation day in 1953. Most Brits have never known another monarch besides Elizabeth. 81% of UK residents weren't alive when Elizabeth ascended the throne, according to data shared by the UK Office of National Statistics in 2017. She became queen immediately upon the death of her father in 1952. Before her death at 96, she was the world's longest reigning monarch alive. During her 70-year reign, she met 15 different British prime ministers. Queen Elizabeth II and Theresa May. Dominic Lipinski. WPA Pool, Getty Images. She's also seen 14 different U.S. presidents. She most recently met Prime Minister Liz Truss on September 6, 2 days before the monarch passed away. She owned more than 30 corgis throughout her lifetime. Elizabeth walking 2 of her many corgis. Elizabeth's father brought home the royal family's first corgi in 1933, and on her 18th birthday, Elizabeth was gifted her very own corgi named Susan, according to the Associated Press. Many of her subsequent corgis descended directly from Susan. She also introduced an entirely new dog breed known as a corgi, a cross between a corgi and a dachshund. She owned all the swans and dolphins that swim in UK waters. Queen Elizabeth and a swan at the annual Swan Upping. WPA Pool, Getty Images. As early as the 12th century, the British monarchy laid claim to all mute swans in the country, according to the official royal family website. Back then, the birds were considered a delicacy. Today, the Queen doesn't eat those swans, but she technically still owns them. Every year, the Queen's Swan Marker leads a multi-day census called the Swan Upping to count the birds and check up on their health. Plus, thanks to the 1324 statute, the Queen can also claim ownership of all fishes royal. That means any sturgeon, dolphins, whales, and porpoises that reside in the waters around the UK. Queen Elizabeth made at least 260 official overseas trips since taking the throne. The Queen visits with the famous terracotta warriors in Xi'an, China, in 1986. The Telegraph reported that the Queen carried out 341 royal engagements in 2015, more than Prince Harry, Prince William, and Kate combined during that year. Queen Elizabeth was rich, but she was not even close to being the richest person in the UK. Elizabeth II watches a horse race in 2016. Andrew Reddington, Getty Images. The Queen received some money from taxpayers and a whole bunch more from the royal family's private real estate holding. Forbes estimated in 2019 that she was worth around $500 million. That might sound like a lot, but the Queen is by no means the wealthiest person in the UK.